Okay, this is number 3. And this one is another one where we just need to reason through what we have here. They gave me this function, and I'm just going to write it here so it's bigger and I can point at stuff easier. And I'm just copying it down. And then we need to puzzle through what's it saying here. It says, this can be used to determine the cost of a taxi ride. Well, if you know anything about a taxi, which you may or may not, they always charge you a certain fee. When you get in, it doesn't matter if you go 1 block, they're going to charge you this first amount, no matter how far you go. They start off right with that. Then, they charge you an amount based on how far you go. If you go a long way in the taxi, it costs more. So the X is the number of miles we have. And this was my initial cost of just how much money I owe at the beginning for just getting in the taxi and saying, hi, here's where I want to go, and he starts going. So then this part right here has to be the amount that it costs me per mile that we go. So this is the cost per mile. It costs me $1.50 for every mile I go. So now what it's asking me is to find the rate of change of the cost, and this is kind of wordy, the cost in dollars with respect to the number of miles. Well, out of this stuff here, X was just how many miles we went, and that's not this part. It's asking me for the cost compared to the miles. That's this part right here. So it has to be the 1.5 number. It's not the 3.75 number because we're not multiplying that times anything, so that's not cost per miles, it's just a flat cost. To get the 425, I think they multiplied these together, but I would never do that because all it's asking me for is to pick one of these numbers out of here. And then this last one, they're adding them up, but that again doesn't make sense. They're just asking me to find which one of these numbers from the problem has to do with the cost per mile, and that's just this one right here.